It's great to have a good time when playing with other people, whether they're your buddies or complete strangers. In today's video, I will show you the 10 best hardest online multiplayer games which you must play. So without any further ado, let's start the video. The first one we have Dota 2. This strategy game has over 100 unique characters, each with its own strengths, weaknesses, optimal combination, playstyle, and specialization, making it challenging for newcomers. Dota 2 is a team-based game, thus players need to have strong chemistry with their squads if they want to succeed. Next up we have GTFO. Developed by the Swedish studio 10 Chambers Collective, GTFO is a cooperative survival horror game. A group of inmates is led by a mystery warden on an exploration of the caves below the Chicxulub crater. Because of the game's extreme challenge, players will have to go over the same ground again until they master it. Next up we have Demon's Souls Remastered. The dark fantasy action role-playing game Demon's Souls Remastered is the most recent installment in the series by developer From Software. Similar mechanics may be found in the original Demon's Souls, the Dark Souls trilogy, and the jovial and gory adventure that is Bloodborne. To assist them to take on the world, players may call upon the aid of others, even if they are familiar with the formula. Next up we have Counter-Strike series. Many players have invested hundreds of hours into learning the game's battlefields and arsenal before taking on the multiplayer challenge. As an added complication, the vast majority of CSGO players are seasoned pros, making it difficult for newcomers to catch up. Next up we have Escape from Tarkov. Even though it's still in development, the loyal player base for the early access game Escape from Tarkov helps keep the game alive and well while the devs work on it. In this game, players don the mask of a private military company and band together to rescue as many civilians as possible from the dystopian city of Tarkov. Number 6 we have Rainbow Six Siege. Players take on the roles of either the attackers attempting to disarm the bomb or the defenders attempting to prevent the hostages from being freed. In order to win, your team will need to work together to perfect the art of movement coordination, timing your attacks, and managing the clock. Next up we have Remnant from the Ashes. The action RPG Remnant from the Ashes is reminiscent of the popular Dark Souls series, albeit it has some interesting twists of its own. Some examples include a greater range of facial expressions for characters, real weapons, and the option to start cooperative play right away. Remnant encourages players to work together more than Dark Souls does, to the point of rewarding teams for their efforts. Next up we have League of Legends. League of Legends is an MMO, but not in the traditional sense since it focuses more on the gameplay than on an open environment. Depending on the player's familiarity with real-time strategy games and the isometric view, the game's difficulty may range from simple to very challenging. Next up we have Hunt Showdown. In the cooperative PvPvE game Hunt Showdown, players work together to explore a horror-themed setting reminiscent of the late 19th century to track down the specific monster they'll be tasked with defeating. Depending on your team's tactics, you'll have to deal with both non-player characters and other player teams. Number 10 we have Elder Scrolls Online. Everyone has access to all forms of magic, weapons, and armor. It's not necessary for it to be complex, but most gamers are anticipating some level of difficulty. The many customization options mean that every organization, regardless of its members' skill levels or aesthetic preferences, may find a suitable construct. Make a character, join a guild, gather a group, and set off on a journey around Tamriel. So that's the list of 10 best hardest modern cooperative games. Your support is much appreciated if you like the video and want to see more from Games Puff.